You're listening to Orlando Credit Union's On the Money. I'm your host, Kaylee Green, and today we're doing a special segment that I like to call Meet the Community Leaders. Today we're talking to the president of the African American Chamber of Commerce of Central Florida, Tanisha Gary. Hi, Tanisha.
Hi, Kaylee. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I am so glad that you're here. I think this is such an important topic to discuss. And also, I just love meeting people who are really vital to the community, which of course you are in your role. So explain for all of our listeners what the African American Chamber of Commerce is all about.
Where our Chamber of Commerce was actually founded in 1945, and we stand on a few pillars, of course, entrepreneur training and development, access to capital, contracts, and, we provide networking and a place for business owners, small and large, as well as other community leaders and individuals to come and network and grow their businesses. So we're a membership-based organization, and we're just excited to help the community and to help the economic landscape here in Central Florida.
Yeah. And it's so important to have connections, especially in the community when you are a small business, to be able to talk to people who maybe are going through the same thing as you or have already gone through that. And you can kind of help each other and make those connections. So I think it's so important what you're doing.
It's actually vital. You're spot on, because being an entrepreneur can be quite lonely at times. Yeah. And to create that network of like-minded individuals where you could go and find out about resources and support, mentorship. It's just an amazing place to come to a chamber to be able to receive that type of built-in support. Absolutely.
So, of course, you are a vital part of the organization. Talk about what you do.
Yes. So, Kaylee, I've been at the chamber for a little over 6 years, and I used to practice law prior to joining the chamber as the president and CEO.
Wow.
So, for 18 long years, I practiced law. And so I've loved being here at the chamber because it allows me to use my advocacy skills in another way. So, I love all the members. I do what I can to support them. And I think, the biggest achievement is when we see businesses grow as a result of, being a part of the chamber and knowing that I, along with my team and the board of directors, we've played a small part in that. It's just the best feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so interesting that you say you practice law. Of course, we want to get to know you as a community leader. Tell us a little bit about your background, maybe talk about what you practiced and how you think it's really been able to help you in your current role.
Right. Well, I'll take you back even a little before that. Originally, I'm from a very small town in South Georgia. You may be able to hear the accent. It's Blackshear, Georgia. Population still about 3,000. Wow. So I am from a very small community. I come from a line of entrepreneurs. I, was probably providing free labor for my grandparents and their businesses, but thought it was so much fun. And after going to law school, I went to law school in Connecticut. I moved to Florida, where, as I said, I practiced law for 18 years, primarily medical malpractice and products liability for the plaintiff side. So after that, I was just looking for a transition. I became a mom. I'm a proud mom of my son, Christian, who's 15. And I was looking for something that kept me more local in the community, because when I practiced law, I pretty much did all over the U.S. and some internationally. And so this has been the perfect fit. I feel like I'm still able to help people and make a difference, but at the same time, it's allowed me to really be engrossed in the community. And so that part I truly love.
I was just going to say, do you feel like there's a strong connection between yourself and the community now that you're in this role?
I do. I have met so many amazing people, while I've been in this role. And so it's really, too, opened up my eyes to all that Orlando and Central Florida, because we cover 6 counties here, not just Orange County, but our chamber has 6 counties under our landscape. And so throughout the, over 6 years as I've moved about, I've met so many people. And this is really and truly an amazing place to live, work, and play.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've talked a little bit about, how you are so passionate for this, but what makes you passionate day to day? Like when you wake up in the morning and you're going to go to work, what makes you excited?
Knowing that each day brings a unique opportunity to make a difference, and it truly does. We get so many requests, not just from our members, but for, others in the community. We partner with, OCPS to be mentors to students, and, we actually partner with the Early Learning Coalition to come in sometimes and read books to those in pre-K. So each day really does bring about an opportunity to not only, be of influence in our businesses and in those that we serve, but also to partner with a lot of organizations throughout the community to make sure that we're being a support.
Mm-hmm. And obviously you focus on Central Florida, but how does the African American Chamber of Commerce impact Central Florida specifically? What are you seeing within the community in the day-to-day?
So we're seeing a lot of growth in Black businesses here in Central Florida from day to day. We have partnered with a few of our community organizations, and we have launched ACF, which is short for Accelerate Central Florida. And it's a business cohort that we operate. It's an 8-month program, so it does require quite a bit of commitment. But we want to make sure we provide a place for businesses to come, to learn, and help them scale and grow. These are businesses with revenue $250,000 or more, and we track them even after this program to see how they're doing, years after the program. So again, tonight, actually, we're going to graduate our second cohort, and we're excited to launch the third one sometime next year. But, seeing that in Central Florida, that when you're able to help businesses truly scale and grow, it's only going to make our community smaller or stronger, actually, because smaller businesses, they tend to hire within their communities and support their communities by giving back to local schools and other organizations. So we're truly keeping our dollars local and knowing that we're making a difference.
Yeah. Now, of course, with the smaller businesses, there are obstacles that you have to jump over. What are some of the hurdles that you've seen and that you've been able to help small businesses jump through?
I think one of the biggest obstacles for small businesses is access to capital. Oftentimes someone may have a great idea for a business, and they may, launch the business using their own personal credit or using their own personal savings, which can be quite dangerous at times. And so that is one of the challenges that we definitely see, and how we here at the Chamber, we've answered that call to help those, as we have given out almost $900,000 since 2020 in grants and in scholarships to help small businesses, through those times, especially during the pandemic, and to help them with some micro grants that really may help their businesses get going.
That's incredible and definitely so helpful for, like you mentioned, those people who want to start a business but might not have the funds. So I'm sure with all of the things that you guys are doing, there are a lot of success stories. Do you have any that you think of that are really impactful that you could share?
Sure. I encourage everyone to check us out on social media. I've got to make that plug, AACCFL. But we have a success story we just shared this week. And I met this young lady at one of our events over the summer. But she talked about, after joining the Chamber in just 1 month, how much support we had given her, how many people who'd come to her business. She owns a IV drip in Seminole County. But she was like, so many businesses have come to support me because they said, we've heard about you through the African American Chamber. So that's just one of many. Of course, seeing our businesses scale and grow too is a success story. And then every year we come together to highlight those businesses that are doing well in different categories, as well as individuals when we have our annual Eagle Awards Gala. So that's always sponsored by Walt Disney World Resort. And we'll bring that back next March for our 21st annual Eagle Awards. And it's amazing to see all the finalists and who will take home that coveted eagle each year.
That's so incredible, and a huge sponsor. So, of course, we want to see your organization grow in the future, but I'm sure you have plans already. What are you hoping to see over the next few years, or maybe even few decades for the growth?
I love that. Yes, we're always looking to grow. And so, one of the things we're looking at is next year our chamber turns 80 years old. As I said, we were founded in 1945. And next year we plan to launch our first executive leadership mission trip, where we will travel with a delegation here from Central Florida to D.C. To talk about some of the advocacy that's going on the federal level for small businesses. So we're really looking forward to launching that next year. And then, of course, other new programs. We're going to do a lot of LinkedIn Live webinars next year, as well as launch. And I'm proud to say Orlando Credit Union is going to be involved with our Coffee and Commerce series, where we're going to bring in community leaders, and over coffee, those in attendance will be able to hear from some of our leaders as well. So looking forward to, of course, continuing this safe place for members to come and grow their businesses and make those contacts, but also looking to expand. We have almost 1,000 members. We're looking to make that mark for 1,000 next year. And I've got to give a plug. If you're listening and you want to learn about our chamber, or if you want to join, everyone's welcome to join. Visit our website, blackcommerce.org.
Perfect. Well, my next question was going to be tell our listeners where they can find out more. So you're one step ahead of me.
I love that. Yes, I'll repeat it. Blackcommerce.org is our website, and you can go on and find out, what we have coming up, what programs we have coming up. You could apply for that next cohort that we talked about, the 8-month business program. We are opening it up to non-members next year as well. And you can join our chamber.
And remind us of your social media handle.
Sure. It's CCFL. It's long.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This has been so great to hear from you and to hear what you guys are doing in the community.
Thank you, Kaylee. It's a pleasure to be here. And I would like to thank Orlando Credit Union for being such an amazing community partner and supporting all that we do here in Central Florida.
Yeah, of course. We are happy to come alongside you guys and really grow the small business community in Central Florida.
We're stronger together.
Exactly. So to learn more about how Orlando Credit Union is partnering with organizations like this one, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn at Orlando CU for you, or you can visit our website at orlandocreditunion.org. Until next time, we're investing in you. Orlando Credit Union is providing this podcast as a public service. The information provided is neither a legal interpretation nor a statement of Orlando Credit Union policy. Reference to any specific product does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by the credit union. Views and opinions expressed by Orlando Credit Union employees are those of the employees and do not necessarily reflect the views of the credit union or any of its officers. Orlando Credit Union is not providing any financial, economic, legal, accounting, or tax advice or recommendations in this podcast.